Hello, friends. This is Sundareshan, your compliance guru. You're tuned into my channel for board members and senior management, and we are in series 2, which is on I am a director. And this series deals with all the facets of a role, responsibility, obligations of various types of directors. In series 1, the earlier one, which is board responsibilities. During COVID crisis, we had discussed on issues relating to how responsible boards need to be. So continuing with our series on independent directors, we just completed on examining the provisions of composition. And in composition, we also saw how an independent director is onboarded, how many companies an independent director can occupy a position. And of course, we also saw board process, which is the importance of independent directors in board meetings. Dissent, consent. These were the two terms which were so important for every item in the board agenda for an independent director. And while on that, let me take you to a very interesting module, which is conflict of interest. In the recent past, there is an airline company where the chairman, who is an independent director, is mediating the two promoters who have conflict of interest. That is a conflict between promoters, and what we are discussing is conflict for an independent director. Now, as an independent director, should there be a conflict? Can there be a conflict? Yes, of course. There may be a board agenda which deals with a particular business which may interest the independent director. Should the independent director participate in that particular item? Should the independent director choose to do some business out of that particular item? The answer is no. Governance plays a very important role, and the very purpose of having appointed an independent director is on account of their independence. How can an independent director become interested in a particular item? How can an independent director avoid conflicts? Now, that is what we dealt with in one of our earlier videos, and the word that has been used by law is no independent director shall have any pecuniary interests. Pecuniary, very important, which means however small or however big the business may look to offer for an independent directors, every independent director should refrain from entering or accepting to take up that particular business. That is what is conflict of interest. Now, conflict always comes with bias. Now, what is it? Very simple. Now, Every item that comes to the board, an independent director shall evaluate and shall offer decisions which are not biased. And that helps achieving whatever success in conflict of interest. So, does that mean an independent director cannot remunerate themselves, or is there not sufficient remuneration or compensation available? Yes, there is big compensation that is available. One, in the form of stock options, and in the form of commission on the net profits. So, with so many avenues available for being compensated, I think no independent director shall allow themselves to have any conflict of interest and ensure that the compensation is through the proper channel or proper source, which is in the form of options, sitting fees, and of course, commission based on the net profits of the company. So, these are some of the ways in which an independent director can be compensated. And next, we will also look at issues on compliance. Is there any compliance for an independent director, or should they be overseeing some of these compliance procedures? We will see that in the coming videos. Keep writing, keep questioning, stay compliant, stay safe. See you soon.